Good morning. My name is Brad Cohen, and I'm the Director of LIU Brooklyn, of Athletics for LIU Brooklyn, and I'm pleased to welcome you to the Barclays Center for today's exciting announcement. Following the announcement, we will make our new coach available to the media. It is now my honor to introduce the president of Long Island University and someone who's committed to the future of this program and its success, President Kim Klein.
Thank you, Brad, and thank you all for coming here today. Today was made possible by a number of people, but I want to acknowledge Michael Gutnick, our Senior Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees, and also Al Khan, Board of Trustee members, both of whom have been extremely supportive during this process, so thank you very much. I would also like to thank Brett Yormark and his team from Barclays Center for hosting us today and for building this beautiful arena just 4 blocks away from the Brooklyn campus. Thank you so much. So Forbes has named LIU as one of the top 10 colleges to watch in the nation. And that's because we're hiring recognized deans such as John Pizzuto, who led a top 10 pharmacy school, and because we are bringing in highly competitive students from top schools in New York and around the country, and because we are adding new programs in the areas of computer science, the arts, the gaming, healthcare, and more. In fact, a couple of years ago, PayScale recognized LIU's healthcare program as having the top salaries in the Northeast. So think about that competition. Everyone wants to come to Brooklyn, and in keeping with the top 10 theme, we're looking forward to filling the Barclays Center with top national recruits and Blackbird fans as we build out our basketball team to be one of the top 10 programs in the country. I would like to now introduce one of our partners and the CEO of Brooklyn Sports and Entertainment, Brett Yormark. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for being here today. First of all, it's a great announcement, obviously, for LIU Brooklyn, but a super announcement here for the Barclays Center. You know, since opening the Barclays Center in the fall of 2012, we truly become a destination for major college basketball, hosting over 40 games annually. But most importantly for us, we are the secondary home, if you will, to LIU Brooklyn basketball, men's basketball specifically, but we also host many of the women's games here as well. But our partnership with LIU Brooklyn is more than just basketball. It's also about providing LIU students with an opportunity to get hands-on experience in sports and entertainment. I want to thank both President Klein as well as Vice President Gail Haynes for being terrific partners to the Barclays Center and to me personally. And I'd also like to recognize NEC Commissioner Noreen Morris for her support of our venue. Welcome back to Brooklyn, Derek. I enjoyed watching you coach here on many occasions during the Atlantic 10 tournaments, and we're looking forward to seeing you take the sidelines here at Barclays Center here in the near future. We're convinced that with your hiring, LIU Brooklyn will soon make a return to the big dance, and we're very excited about that. Great basketball has a storied history in Brooklyn, and it's about to get even better with your hiring and the commitment from you, President Klein, and everything you're doing for the university. We're excited to be a part of it, and thank you again for being here.
Thank you, Brett. Today is a great day for LIU Brooklyn basketball and the future of our program. There are so many people who made today possible. One in particular, our Chief of Administration and Student Affairs, to whom the athletic department reports, Joe Schaefer. Joe.
Thank you, Brad. I'm so proud to be here today at what is the start of a new era for Blackbird basketball. LIU Brooklyn basketball, it has a rich history and tradition from Claire B to Buck Lay, from the Paramount Theater Gym to the Steinberg Wellness Center. LIU Brooklyn has always stood for excellence on the court and in the classroom. We are a university that has proud tradition, and we are hungry to build upon it. Through our partnership with Brooklyn Sports and Entertainment, we are restoring the Brooklyn Paramount to its grandeur. We will provide LIU Brooklyn with a venue to store our new School of the Arts for fall 2018. And through the announcement we are making today, we will honor the proud tradition of the Blackbirds basketball and make history and tradition today. And while I leave it to others to talk about basketball, I will say LIU takes pride in giving back to our community through our LIU Cares program. Coach Kellogg's programs are also a real part of the community. He serves as the honorary co-chairman of the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation for the Northern Connecticut, Western Massachusetts chapter. He also helps with events at the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame and is also involved with charitable events at St. Bridget's Church in Amherst, including the parish's annual lasagna for the needy, as well as dedicating a renovated basketball court. Not only are we impressed with Coach Kellogg's on the court, in many ways we are also impressed with what he does off the court.
Thank you, Joe. When we were looking for our next basketball coach, we had a simple mission in mind: to recruit someone who could build our program and make Brooklyn a championship contender year in and year out. We sought out candidates who have experienced success at the highest levels of the sport of basketball. And during that process, one person in particular stood out: Derek Kellogg. He comes to us from the University of Massachusetts, where he built a competitive program in the Atlantic 10 Conference. When it comes to college basketball, there are few people as respected as Coach John Calipari. John coached Derek as a player for 4 years at UMass and worked alongside Derek, who was an assistant coach for 8 years at the University of Memphis. This included a team that went to the NCAA Finals. Here's what Coach Calipari had to say, quote, "Coach Kellogg has a proven track record as one of the nation's top recruiters who understands player development and how to build a winning program. The future is bright for LIU with Derek Kellogg at the helm. I have witnessed firsthand his heart and love of the game as a player and a coach," end quote. Don't want to misquote Cal, you know what I mean? No. When we vetted Coach Kellogg, we heard many similar positive comments from some of the biggest names in the sport. It is a testament to his success, his work ethic, and his character, and it is exactly what we are counting on to build our championship program in Brooklyn. So, it is fitting that Coach Kellogg, who proudly wore the number 14 as a star point guard at UMass, is now the 14th head coach of LIU Brooklyn men's basketball program. Without further delay, Coach Derek Kellogg.
You guys are right, you're louder than I am. Well, Brad, thank you. That was very humbling, and even more so, I want to thank you guys. This is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, this place is one of the top arenas in the world, and I appreciate the Barclays Center staff and Brett for what you guys have been able to do and have this unbelievable press conference here. And I'm honored for the opportunity to be the 14th head coach of LIU Brooklyn, and I'm looking forward to building this into a top-level national program. For my first conversation with Dr. Kim Klein, it's not always that you have an alignment and a vision that aligns with maybe the president or somebody you'll be working with and for. From our first conversation, I was excited to have the opportunity to come and work with you, and even more so when we met in person, to see your energy and your passion for LIU Brooklyn and all LIU campuses. And I want to thank you for giving me and my family the opportunity to come and build this into a top-notch, high-level program and university. We actually, from the bottom of our hearts, really appreciate it. I didn't know if I would be getting back in this quickly, and when we met and talked, I knew this was the place for me and my family. I also want to thank some people here, so bear with me. There's a lot of people that made this possible, and I want to make sure I acknowledge each and every one of you. Eric Krasnoff, our board chair, Al Khan and his wife Jillian, Michael Gutnick, and all of our board of trustee members for your commitment to our university and the basketball program. For the great warm welcome from Brad Cohen, Joe Schaefer, and Andy Person, who have welcomed me and my family in a first-class manner. Obviously, I want to thank my wife, Nicole, for bearing with me through this college profession. She's excited, more excited than anybody about coming home to New York City, and even better, Brooklyn. And our son, Max, who had practice last night, so he can't make it. You go to practice, son. I want to send a special acknowledgement to Noreen Morris from the NEC Conference, our commissioner, that we're looking forward to building on something fantastic with you and all the other fine universities in the league. From from afar. I've always watched and really respected the basketball that's played in this conference, and I'm humbled to be a part of this great NEC conference. Most importantly are the players here. Some guys in the front, I think some guys snuck in the back. Want to let you guys know that I'm here 24/7. It's a family affair for my wife and everybody who's involved, that we're going to give you the utmost respect, that this is a players first program, that I'm looking forward to building on what you guys have accomplished in the past and trying to make things even better, and we're going to do this thing together. So I appreciate you guys being here, and I'm looking forward to getting to work very quickly when we get out of the, when we leave this press conference. And lastly, the fans and the alums, for the enthusiasm you guys have for the program. We're looking forward to building on that enthusiasm and having a great basketball team and program here in the Mecca of college basketball, Brooklyn, New York. I'm going to have an unrelenting focus to make this a program that will contend for NCAA tournament bids every year, to be the top of the NEC conference and get to the NCAA tournament. That is our goal as a team. I think that should be our goal as a community. And I think that's our goal as a administration. And we will be working hand in hand and together to build a first-class program here in Brooklyn. I'm an energy guy. Like, that's what I pride myself on, being energy-filled. And what a better place to bring unbelievable energy to Brooklyn, New York, from recruiting to the fan base, to the energy when you walk through the streets and seeing how the renaissance of the Brooklyn community. I'm the guy right now, energy-wise, commitment, work ethic, that's going to get this program and be something that we're all proud of. My goal will be someday to walk into a sold-out Barclays Center and playing on national television against a top-notch college program and winning. And listen to my cheerleaders making some noise. And so, if you've seen my teams play, you'll realize that we will play a up-tempo fast game. We'll look to press for 40 minutes and put pressure on the opponents when they get off the bus. When they walk into the parking lot, we're on them. We're going to play relentless defense. We're going to rebound the basketball to high level, and we are going to push tempo for 40 minutes. So you guys will get in unbelievable shape. But I'm a player's coach. I'm going to let you guys have some autonomy to go play the game of basketball. Well, I love to shoot three-pointers. I love to push in transition. I love to get to the free throw line, and I love to win, because that's what it's all about. And you guys, and our fans in the community will watch a great brand of basketball. We'll have a competitive spirit and a competitive edge about us. We will dive for every loose ball. We will take every charge. We will go and do verticals on every drive, and we will win basketball games. And we're going to do it with the 3 C's. One is in the classroom. Our team you'll be proud of on the campus for how they take care of themselves and how they carry themselves in the classroom. We will graduate our players, and we will bring back former players to make sure that they graduate. We're in a community. That's C number 2. Number 1 is class. Number 2 is the community. I think he touched upon some of the things we've put in place at my former employer, and we will do some of those things in the Brooklyn community. I want people, when they see our team, that they know them, they're familiar with our team, that they're in the community and spending time, whether it's camps and clinics, whether it's doing things on holidays at the soup kitchen or whatever. We will be in the community and get some energy for our program. And lastly, and I touched upon this, is on the court. You will love how our team will play. You will love how we dive for loose balls, how we engage the crowds. And most importantly, like I mentioned, our brand will be recognized on a national scale. Lastly, we have a lot of work to do. From getting the team back, making sure we get into the gym, working hard, weight room, take care of business academically. And I think we need to hit the recruiting trail to make sure we put a first-class product out there immediately. There's no waiting. There's no time to relax. We are looking to make noise immediately this coming season now. Lastly, I want to thank my wife and son for once again coming on this leap of faith through the college profession. There's nobody more excited than my little guy Max and my wife Nicole that we're coming back to Brooklyn. We're really looking forward to getting ingrained in the community, making everybody proud, and being a part of the LIU family and the Blackbird Nation. So, without further ado, let's get to work and put this squad back on the map. Thank you very much.